She needs to act in her current roles of a wife and a mother. But also, this is where her secondary benefit comes in too. She doesn't have to deal with her own life, problems in her own marriage, because she has Justine's problems to solve. And this also makes her a good person, she thinks. She helps her sister, satisfying her every whim, treating her 30-year-old sister as a baby, all because she, quote-unquote, needs her.
She's my sister.
Oh, please. She's a bad influence on you and Leo.
She's ill.
Right.
Avoidance is so natural for human beings, and we don't even realize we're doing it. Instead of doing what we should be doing, we find something else and get busy with that. Unable to face the truth, she sinks deeper and deeper into this codependent relationship with her sister. Apparently, Justine didn't finish some of her work duties before the wedding. Knowing Justine, she probably assumed she would be let off the hook, as if having a wedding is an excuse for dodging your work responsibilities. The boss, who is also her husband's best friend, didn't feel shy to remind Justine about that during his speech.
Justine, where's my tagline? We're always great at coming up with a tagline in a hurry.
This tells us that Justine is not a very responsible and reliable employee.
Did finding the man of your life render you unable to work? I'm gonna let you and the rest of you think about this tagline now.
Claire and Justine's parents start arguing in front of everyone.
What can I say without talking about your mother?
She can be
rather domineering at times.
Domineering? What a load of crap.
And this serves as a trigger for Justine to get upset. And her sister knows by now what's going to happen next, so she takes Justine away to have a chat.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
She's talking to Justine as if she's her mother, and Justine is a bratty child.
We agreed that you weren't going to make any scenes tonight. You know what I mean?
This tactic never works, but both sisters pretend that it does. Of course, Justine still has her episode a bit later. She walks away so that everyone can wait for her.
Where is the bride?
Keeping everyone waiting for her makes her more important, brings even more attention to her. That's why she wanted this big wedding in the first place. More eyes on her, more people to be waiting on her. When she finally arrives, Michael is making his speech. When he speaks, he can't seem to think of anything to say about Justine, his bride, except that she's gorgeous and he's lucky to have her.
I'm sorry. I love you so much.
It seems that he rushed into this marriage and there isn't much more than physical attraction between them. The thing about Justine that really charms people is that she's really happy and positive and loving, caring and attentive one minute, and the next she's really down and depressed and seems to be elsewhere. Many people get addicted to these emotional swings. The good times are so good that they want them back desperately, even willing to suffer through the bad times.
I haven't been taking care of you lately. It's my fault.
And there's also compassion that they feel, this desire to help her and make her feel better, make her happy, to be that one person in the whole world who can finally make her smile again.
If you still have days when you're feeling a little sad, I think that will make you happy again.
Being in a relationship, be it friendship or a romantic relationship, with people like Justine is exhausting, and you can never relax. You can never fully rely on them because anything can serve as a trigger for them, and their mood would be ruined, and your relationship with them can be ruined anytime. Getting out of such relationships is one of the best decisions one can make because people like Justine almost never change. They enjoy their lifestyle, and if it's not you, they will easily find a substitute because there's always plenty more candidates for this role. A lot of people are attracted to these emotional swings. Claire's husband can see how his wife is attached to her sister, and he feels his wife slipping away from him and their family every time Justine has another episode. Even their little son doesn't get as much attention as the depressed sister. John wants his wife to be his wife and not a servant for a grown woman, but his attempts are futile.
A deal?
Yes, a deal.
That you be happy.
Helping Justine is an endless chore, because she can't be helped. Her whims can never be satisfied. That's the whole point of Justine's existence. She attracts people and ties them to herself, and then watches them dance around her. If one day Justine gets happy, or at least becomes less miserable, she would have to do everything herself. There wouldn't be so many people around, so it's convenient for Claire to stay sad and helpless. She's too addicted to this lifestyle to stop. While Claire managed to grow up, at least on the outside, she managed to create her own family and take care of herself, Justine is still a child on all levels. Justine is also still hoping to find loving and caring people in her parents, despite the truth that they've never been such people. She wants to talk to them to get some comfort from them, and the way she reaches out for their help is just like a child would do.
Please, Dad. I really need to talk to you.
And of course, just like in her childhood, she's met with the same hostility and coldness by her mother, and she's ignored by her father. We can't help but feel bad for Justine. She clearly never got any love and support from her parents in her childhood. But just like Claire needs to stop trying to make them all a happy family, Justine needs to stop asking for help from her parents and from her sister. The only way out for her is to become her own parent and start taking care of herself. She decides to create some obstacles.
Give me a moment. Can I have a moment, please?
By behaving this way, she tests him. How much will he tolerate? We don't know whether or not he saw her cheat on him, or he just realized that a woman who truly loved him would be happy on their wedding day and would spend this day with him. She wouldn't reject him and run away from him constantly. Maybe Justine's spell started to fade away and he finally gained his mind back. And good for him.
So I guess we'll take off now.
But Michael, what did you expect? I hate you and your firm so deeply I couldn't find the words to describe it.
Not only did she dodge her work responsibilities, she also makes her boss the bad guy and ends up telling him what she really thinks of him.
You are a despicable, power-hungry little man, Jack.
Shame on him for hiring her in the first place. He was also under her spell, it seems. And that's how she ended up with no husband and no job. Even better for her, because this way she would be stuck with her sister, who will be taking care of her forever.
But I tried, Clay. Yes, you did. You really did.
This is proof that it's a codependent relationship. Claire is even happy Justine's marriage didn't last, because taking care of her sister is one of her oldest habits. She can't live without it. Despite saying she hates her, Justine is her main focus in life.
Sometimes I hate you so much.
When it becomes clear to them that the world is about to end, Claire starts panicking while Justine is calm and even triumphant. Of course, because that's her ultimate dream coming true. This life is not worth anything for her because she didn't even live it. She only watched others live it, dancing around her.
The earth is evil. We don't need to grieve for it. Nobody will miss it.
She didn't do anything worthwhile, didn't create any relationships. There's no input from her. She only took and made fun of others who at least tried to make something with their lives.
But where would Leo grow up? You want me to have a glass of wine on your terrace? Yes. That would make me happy. I think it's a piece of shit.
That's why life is such a burden for her. She's even happy to get rid of it. She feels relieved. So that's all I have to say about this film. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Bye!
He's gonna